Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our podcast. My name is Joe
And Ryan,
and Ryan, and
yeah.
today we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare versus Cold War. These are two games that are very controversial in the gaming community and Call of Duty, and we're going to be talking about which one is better. And Ryan, what do you think about these two games?
See, I personally believe Modern Warfare is the better game.
Hmm. I mean, I have a very different opinion. I really do think Cold War was better than Modern Warfare. In fact, way better than Modern Warfare.
Why?
Well, let's see. Let's one big issue in Modern Warfare, I would say, that Cold War just beats is skill-based matchmaking. And skill-based matchmaking is where you're put in games where it's people that has the same skill as you do, but here comes the problem. Modern Warfare, what they do is instead of them getting your skills from like what you have done in the game and how much you moved in the game. So when I'm talking about moves, like you moved around the map, you that's where like you hold positions and stuff like that. But what Modern Warfare does, instead of doing that, they go by kills, and kills really doesn't like show how skilled you are. Kills are just kills in the game. You can be camping and you'll still get the same amount of kills as somebody like really skilled, maybe like a professional level, and that's very annoying, especially the experience I had. Experience I had where like I'll get in a lot of games with campers where they would just sit in a corner in the map and just stay there with an LMG, which is a light machine gun. It's a very annoying gun. You could just sit there, you have a lot of ammo, and you could just spray and pray, which was really annoying. And a lot of people get killed by that. But Cold War, it's different. Cold War, like, it actually like, goes by your skill. Like, it shows what you did in the game. It shows what you did and how much you did. And it goes, and they put all of that together. And you'll get into games where people will play as the same way as you do. They wouldn't camp, they wouldn't do anything like that.
I don't think so.
They'll have the same play style. So, I mean,
I don't
that's
think
why I
so.
have to say about skill-based matchmaking. And why is
I've
that?
played both of the games. I've played both the games. I have a good amount of time in both of them.
Okay,
My own
same as me.
experience, me being a good player, I've came to the conclusion that Cold War has terrible skill-based matchmaking.
You
I
think
could do
so?
very good one game, then the next game I'm just put with people that are insanely better than me, which I don't understand. I believe it should be based on your overall stats
Well, that's where,
rather than the last game.
yes, that is true. But that's
Why am I
what's
being punished for being a good player? That's my question. Modern Warfare, that did not happen at all. I enjoyed Modern Warfare.
well, here's the thing with your issue where also the same thing. That's the same thing that happened to me in Modern Warfare, where I'll do very good in one game, and in the other game I just get destroyed by really good players, and it was very annoying. But they just do that because you can't just be winning every game, every game, every game. Like you could be very good, but you're also gonna be getting in those games where you're going against like six people that are very good, and then you're just there by yourself with like really bad players, so they can even out the thing. But like they do that so they can challenge you, and I honestly really like that. But it happens to
But so how does it make it fair for the bad people on your team to go against good players? How does this challenge them?
well, this challenge them. So this challenge them like it might not like give them enjoyment, but it might give them like more courage or whatever to like play the game.
Exactly.
But
What's the point of playing a game if you don't enjoy it?
But
Cold War
that's
does that terribly.
but that's the same thing with Modern Warfare though. That's with like every single game that you add skill-based matchmaking to. You're always gonna get that game, and it's how it works for every single game. Skill-based matchmaking always been like that, where you'll go against like a very like try-hard people, like they just very skilled people, and you'll just be there by yourself with really bad players, and it would just be really unfair. And I think that's like one thing that's a lot of games just haven't like done very well with. But like with Cold War, I feel like it doesn't really happen that much, and I feel like that's why Cold War skill-based matchmaking is just just was better than Modern Warfare.
You have a pretty good point. I think we should move on to the topic of spawn trapping,
Alright.
where in both of the games I've played, obviously, I think Cold War is terrible spawn trapping. Like, you're supposed to spawn away from the enemy. In Cold War, most of the maps I've played on, you just spawn directly, like, on top of them to the point where you die again, or you spawn way too far away. It just makes the game boring. Not fun for any of us, right?
Well,
Modern Warfare puts you right into the action, good little point to be in, gives you time to start back up.
here's the thing. Modern Warfare is like the same thing. And the thing about Modern
Yeah.
Warfare, it's actually worse. And the thing is, people can be looking at your spawn and they can see you spawning even though you're pretty far away from them. There's times where they could have a view on you and they could just keep killing you, and that's what spawn trapping is. You just spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. And it's very
Give me an
annoying.
example.
It gets to well, what do you mean example? Like
When
you
does that happen to you?
well, you could be sitting in the corner, you could be sitting in the side of the map, you can be looking in a like you can be looking in the direction where you can see their spawn, and you can just keep dying and dying. It's very annoying. And that's what like the huge problem with Modern Warfare. But you saw something with like Cold War. Instead of like there might be times it happens to a lot of games. There might be times where you do spawn like next to an enemy where like it might have been like an actual spawn. Probably there's too many enemies that were spawning the other side, and that's why you spawn the other side. But what they do, they have something that's called spawn protection, and it's very useful, and a it's actually a way that they cancel out the spawn trapping.
But that doesn't make it fun for the player that you spawn near, right? So
Actually,
they're gonna be ready to play. They're gonna be ready to take you out. But no, nothing. You get killed automatically. It's unfair.
well, that's the whole point of spawn protection. But beside the point, let's go talk about zombies. I know in Modern Warfare you guys actually don't have zombies and it's actually co-op. I I feel like that's one big issue, and especially in the zombies community because almost every single Call of Duty has came out. There's always zombies, and now you guys added this new co-op thing, and I don't know. I feel like it wasn't very successful when it came out. Not a lot of people played it.
Well, in the Modern Warfare series, there has never really been zombies. It's mainly a Black Ops type of thing.
Yes, that's very
But
true.
the new co-op game mode, it gave 4 new missions at launch, which was kind of like a brand new story. It's a lot more refreshing
Hmm.
compared to Cold War Zombies because Cold War Zombies is kind of like a fluke compared to the other zombies.
I mean, zombies also gave a story to it. It's a whole new story too. It's actually was one of the biggest communities. Not bigger than multiplayer, but it was really big where a lot of people enjoyed it, and a lot of people have been like saying they should add it to Modern Warfare and stuff like that. And I guess there's actually three companies of Call of Duty. There's Treyarch, there's Infinity War, which made Modern Warfare, and then there's Sledgehammer that made, Vanguard or not Vanguard, actually like Advanced Warfare and those type of games. And they added zombies too, which was really nice, and a lot of people actually really liked it for the zombies community. And I think it was a really bad choice on what they did for co-op, because zombies was a very big community that people really loved.
No, I don't think so. With Modern Warfare's engine, I feel like zombies wouldn't really work the way you would want it to. It felt a lot slower than normal, the engine. But even with the Cold War engine, I feel like it's way too fast paced and easy compared to the old zombie games, such as Black Ops 2.
Okay,
Like in Cold War, you can mantle, it makes it much easier.
that's true. It, it is much easier than the old zombies, but I think what they done to zombies was I it was a whole different thing what they did. It's definitely different from the old zombies. The new features and stuff like that. I think a lot of people enjoyed it and how it was, and I think it was a really good idea on what they did to zombies, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it, and I think they're really hoping forward to it in different Call of Duties.
But Cold War Zombies had really no replay value. It got really boring after you like learn the map. It was kind of just like surviving. And the Easter eggs, which usually brought the community together to figure out what to do and gave a hard challenge, yeah, it was basically just presented to you as like the main quest.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
I know.
Well, this was a very good conversation I had, and might seem like it might seem like our opinions haven't changed, but it was a good conversation to have, a good little debate.